Hey YouTube, this is Born with a Veil. How are you? So I wanted to talk about something here. Um, what really set it off, I was watching a TV show, and she had seven men, and they all said that they cheated on their wives, and the wives were backstage listening. And I haven't got to that part about what the wives think, but they knew that they were cheating before they came on the show, but they just didn't know how many. And when some of them found out how many it was, they were very, very shocked. So let's get on this part here. Today is Friday. It's the day after Thanksgiving of 2020. And I wanted to discuss that now. Some people say that they've never cheated. Some people say that they have, they regret it, and some people say that they don't regret it. For the number one reason why I feel, and I can't say about men, I can give hypothetically, what I can say is the reason why women cheat doesn't have anything to do with your sign. It doesn't have anything to do with the day that you were born, what time, where the hell you're from. It's got nothing to do with that. It's got to do with the individual. So there goes my wick jumping. So let's get down to the reason. Say you're married, you're living with someone, or you're going with someone, okay? And I feel that if a woman truly, truly loves you, she won't cheat on you. No matter how bad the temptation is. If a woman cheats on you, there's a reason. And the reason is, and ladies, you know this, I don't want you coming on my channel and say, oh, I never cheated. Bitch, you've cheated looking at somebody. You've cheated in your heart, okay? You've cheated fantasizing. You've cheated if you're looking at three-way love affairs, Pornhub, wishing that you were in the porno. Bitch, don't come on here and tell me that you ain't never cheated, because not to cheat is not to look at nobody, not to think what it's like to be with this person. Don't think this person is this or that, fantasizing. So stop with the bullshit, okay? Let's get down to the real. Even my flame is jumping. Like, bitch, you need to stop, okay? So the reason why a woman has it in her mind, because if you're already thinking about it, you're cheating. If you're already talking to somebody and it's getting to that point, you're cheating. Okay? So say you're dating, you're married, you're living together, you're engaged, and the person that you're with pays you no attention. The sex isn't good anymore. Oral stimulation or the dick, because you know me, I'm blunt. What do you do? Do you decide to tell that person, well, your dick ain't shit no more. I outgrew you. I'm tired of you. I just don't have sexual feelings towards you anymore. I'm just tired of you, dumbass. I'm tired of you abusing me, mentally and physically. I'm tired of all the bullshit with you. Okay? There are a lot of those reasons. Okay? You pick one. Okay? Now, some of you have been married forever and never cheated. Hey, that's great. But there are a lot of people that are married, going together, living together, dating, that do. Okay? But that's some of the main reasons why people cheat. If you treat a woman bad and someone else comes along and she happens to fall in love with them, something's going to happen. That's why they have a lot of work husbands. They have a lot of wives at work, especially at hospitals. Somebody got a work husband, somebody got a wife at work. And then it's almost like when you go into the hospital and you're at work, it's a whole nother world inside. Okay? Everybody knows everybody. Some people are like family. You might meet somebody there that you're having an affair with that you like. It's a whole nother world. And then when you come up out of there, you're back to reality. Okay? Some of you at the hospital, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? Now, if you cheat, some people go on the emotional level. Some people actually fall in love. And that's when you call it a three-way love affair. Some of you went into a sexual relationship thinking that, hey, it's just for sex. It's not going to be anything else. And then the next fucking thing you know, your ass isn't fucking in love. And you're like, whoa, how did I get to this point? Like, what do I do next? Well, you know, women are emotional. Men can go into having sex with somebody, have sex with them, and then, you know, go screw somebody else. Okay? But then you have some men that do fall in love with the person, that does fall in love with a married woman, and a woman falls in love with a married man. That's when your feelings get involved. So you got to know what you're getting yourself into, because sex with a woman is very emotional for her. Okay? If it's good, it's good. Then you got a problem. You either got to stalk her out of her. She's not going to leave you alone. She shows up on your job. She shows up at your home. I'm telling you, men do the same thing. You know, sex is deep. It's just not about grinding. Fucking, it's not. It's about, it is deep, okay? And especially if you found someone on the same level as you, where the sex is so great, the passion is so great, the romance is so great, and you're like, fuck, I don't even get this at all. Okay? Then you got to figure out what the hell you're going to do. Some people divorce, some people move out, but you got to make sure that whoever you're sexing, if you are in a three-way love affair, that this person can do more for you than the person that you're with. That's just the way it is. But sometimes it don't go that way. Sometimes a person cannot have as much as the person that you're with, or as much as that you have in the other marriage or the relationship that you got. And then that's when you got to make a decision. Then a lot of people get to where they're in a three-way love affair and they just don't know what the hell to do. That shit is crazy. Like, what do I do? And I get all kind of phone calls. Like, what do I do? This one does for me, but I'm in love with this one. Sometimes you got to go with your heart. But then your mind pulls you back and say, whoa, hold up, let's wait a minute here. Then you got to go with your intuition. Is this the right thing for me? Okay, if the sex is good and then we get out of the bed, what do we have? Do we have anything besides sex, the dick, the pussy? Is there anything else that we have in common? Then you got to worry about, okay, if I leave this person, if you're in a three-way, do you have to struggle? Do you have to worry about this one cheating? Do you have to worry about when you're at work? Is this motherfucker going to bring somebody in my house? Is this motherfucker going to cheat on me? See, that's another thing, because you've already cheated. So it's a possibility. There's a lot of shit that goes involved in this. You know, people walk out their door every day and in love at home. Then you walk out the door and then all of a sudden somebody charming comes by, catches your eye. I used to work at a hotel. When I was in my 20s, I used to work at the front desk and I used to clean the rooms. I've had so many jobs, honey. That's how I know this shit. And I used to see these women coming in at lunchtime. I'd see a guy and I would give out the key. I said, they're meeting up here. And they would only be there like a half an hour. for their lunch. And then they get in their separate cars and they go. You've seen people at the park where they meet up in their cars. That's because they're probably married or living with somebody. And they meet up at the park. One leaves their car, and then they take off in the other car. Then you see them at the hotels where they go on the other side of town. You see all kind of shit. I don't care who's watching this. Everybody has cheated in one form or another. Just like I said. Can't nobody put nobody down because everybody has done it. In one, it may not be physical, but it could be mental. It could be that somebody sparked your eye and shit, you thinking about them and closing your eye and fucking somebody and thinking about them in your brain. Come on now, that's a form of cheating too. Even having lunch with somebody a lot of times is cheating. I'm telling you, dinner, then that shit turns into something else. You know, that's just how it is. Okay, now I understand you have business meetings. I understand you have this, but then you have businessmen that take their secretaries with them. You know, they're saying, oh, I'm going on vacation with the boys, but you ain't going on vacation with the boys. You got your woman. You know, it's not about the signs, what horoscope you are. Fuck that. It ain't got shit to do with that. It's about you as the individual. So, I just kind of wanted to bring that up because I was watching this program on YouTube. And I want to see when these women come in and confront their husbands. You know, I don't understand why some of you men have a laptop, have a computer, and you leave all your love letters on your motherfucking messages. Why do you do that? Why don't you erase that shit? Why you leave that shit in your phone? Erase that shit. You looking to get caught. Why do you do that? Okay? And let me tell you men something. When you were a woman, I was young in my 20s. Let me tell you something. When I was single in my 20s, and I was dating somebody, let me tell you something. Men, listen to this. If you cheating and your mistress or lover is in your car, you best believe, baby, she's going to leave something in there for the woman to find out. I don't care if it's lipstick, a pair of panties hidden in the glove compartment, a hair clip, anything. She's going to leave it in there. I knew this one person that was cheating. And his brother was married. No, he was living with the girl. And they had a total of 6 kids together. He had his and she had hers. Well, she used to play bingo. You know how back in the day when you used to say them bingo chips? When she found out her man was cheating and he was cheating with his ex-wife, she went and pulled up in the front of the house, on the grass. She took all her bingo chips and spread them all over the woman's car, all over his, all over the porch, and swear when he walked out that motherfucker, she had made a big old bingo card. Come on. He knew that was his woman that was living with him. She's like, motherfucker, bingo, I got you. What else could he do? He already knew it was her. You know, if you walk out and you have an affair with somebody and you walk out and you got a hole written all over your car, bitch all over your car, tires busted, you already know that person already knows. Or if you're out to dinner somewhere and the person shows up and confronts you. See, women have an intuition. And when a woman has an intuition, she knows what the hell you doing. And you may think, well, see, a lot of men out there are playing like they just working, living by themselves. They ain't got nobody. Okay, but ladies, you know this for a fact. When that motherfucker turns his phone off or blocks you, it will tell you this number that you're trying to reach is not accepting phone calls from this number at that time. That motherfucker got you blocked. But then you call from a girlfriend's phone or from another phone number and it goes straight to voicemail. And then if you still call from somebody's phone and it's like that, he got that bitch turned off or he got another phone. See, there's a lot of men out there that go on these apps and get these numbers and use different numbers. And how you could tell when a man is cheating? If he's in another bitch's car, okay? He's in another bitch's car. See, my spirits, my lights are going crazy in my house because I got all kind of spirits in my house. Every time I reach to talk about a subject and I'm right, my lights go dim. Just like my candle is flicking. I forgot where the hell I was, but with the phone. See, some men have two phones, okay? Or they'll block you. Women do it too, you know. But if you notice, a man will call you from motherfucking 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning to about 3, 4 o'clock. And then after that time, you can't get in touch with his ass no more because he's with his bitch. He's with his woman. He's with his wife. Okay? I'm not trying to call nobody a bitch. I'm talking street to you now because I can be street, I can be ghetto, I can be professional, but I'm just going to let it all hang out when I do my goddamn videos. Okay? That's just like some of these men on Tinder. They go on here and meet these women. I seen a video. She was a transgender, was hiding in a closet. His woman came in and said, I know you got a motherfucking bitch up here. I don't know if you've seen that one or not. She was hiding in a closet. Say, oh, fuck, let me get out of here. Then he had nerve enough to take his main woman's wine and give it to her. He didn't even tell the woman from Tinder that he had somebody. She's hiding in the damn closet. Dog going crazy and shit. She walks out the house. He goes, well, stay. She goes, baby, I'm going home. You didn't tell me you had somebody. She ran to her car and his main woman came to the car door. See, that can start a lot of shit. You know, if you know somebody's married and involved, you don't go to their house because that's it. That's your ass. You can't go to somebody's house because you don't see my lights are flashing. I wish you could see them in my flames. You can't go to somebody's house. Okay? That's a dangerous situation because if the police were called, that's you over at their house. You have no right at their house. So what you do is you hire a private detective or you take your girlfriend's car and you go looking for him. Have a private detective find him. Especially if you know what city he's living in. Some of the cities ain't that big. So you kind of know their schedule. You kind of know where they at. If they kind of tell you the city you're in, well, you just go by all the apartments and start looking. Somebody gonna know something. Okay? So, ladies, you know, it's... Just know what you're getting yourself into. Because sometimes the man that you meet ain't shit. And he will cheat on you like crazy. He will cheat on you, honey. He will tell you, you the love of my life. That motherfucker out fucking everybody he can fuck. Okay? And they got nerve enough to text you and say, you know you're the only one for me. You know that I love you. And if a man don't tell you where he lives, if he does not tell you where he lives, he got another woman. If he's never had a vehicle before and he got one now, and you knew he didn't have one when you were with him, he would a bitch that got a vehicle. Okay? Trust me on that. See, men think we're stupid. We're not stupid. Okay? Because I had one that thought that he could play me. Okay? And I was madly in love. Wasn't no love baby. His ass lied to me. I showed up, put my car in the middle of the grass with my headlights, went up peeping through the windows, climbed down the side of the house, looking. And the person told me, he's not here. For a phone call when I made it before I came. Okay. So I had to be to work the next day, so I stayed there from 8 o'clock until 3 o'clock in the morning. If I'd have been there till 6, I would have caught him. And I'd have tapped that ass at that time. But, I left a note in the door, but I got a call right away, 6:30. Oh, as I was in my Spider-Man pajamas, I took the trash out. Let me tell you something. You'd have been in the trash if I'd have caught you at that time. Okay? So my thing is, ladies, use your intuition. See, men always want to pull shit on you, tell you about what you ain't doing, but then they out there fucking up doing what they want to do, but make you feel guilty about the shit they doing and the shit that you did. Never tell a man shit about your past, because they will rub it into your face each and every time. They will rub that shit into your face. Do you hear me? Don't tell a man shit about your past. Just say, hey, it was what it was. We went our separate ways, and that's it. I'm trying to do something different now. Okay? And I feel sorry for the women got kids by these men, because I'm telling you, some of them are stalkers. They crazy as hell. Follow you everywhere you go, all on Instagram, Facebook. I mean, everywhere. YouTube following you around, sitting in front of your house, but they could do whatever they want to do. But baby, you better not do what you got to do. That's why when you leave somebody alone, change your phone number, move. Don't tell nobody where you're at, especially if they know somebody, because they're going to tell them. That goes for the women too. Men, that goes for you too. But just remember, ladies, when a man don't tell you where he lives, but he love you, he got somebody else. If he blocks you, he got somebody else. But he'll tell you in a minute, I ain't got nobody. You's a goddamn lie. And your heart pump dog shit. And you make my asshole want to dip a snuff, because you's a damn lie. So ladies, kind of listen to this. Give thumbs up. If you know somebody this video can help them, share it. Because I'm going to tell you something. People are not going to tell you the truth. People are not. They're just not. Love is very deep. Love is very powerful, especially if they're your twin flame and they're the love of your life. You go through a lot of changes with them. But if you're in a three-way love affair and they knew you were married when they got with you, that's not all your fault. That's their fault too, because they accepted that. Or if they knew you were living with someone or engaged to someone, whatever, they knew that, but you two happened to fall in love. Things change. See, love is very powerful. Love is a very powerful word. Now, you can love somebody. You can be in love with somebody. You can love almost anybody. I love my dog. I love my cat. I love my patients. But when I'm in love with your ass, I'm in love with you. That's a deep word. Love is deep. That's why that woman ran over her husband. He was coming out of fancy place, out to dinner. She saw him. He walked out. She hit him, ran back over him, put it in reverse, ran over his ass again, put it in reverse, ran over his ass again. That woman standing like, what the fuck did I just see? And that woman probably didn't even know he was married. See what I'm saying? If you're involved with if you meet somebody and you're married or you're living with them engaged, they have a right to know that. Be upfront from the beginning. If they accept it, they accept it. Don't go into a relationship lying to somebody that you're engaged, you're married, you're whatever, and they have to find out when they're so in love with you, and they have to find out you got 6 kids and a wife. That's not fair. That's not fair. So I just wanted to talk about that because a lot of my clients, their mates are cheating, or I've been through that shit, or, people that I know have been through that. So I just thought that I wanted to talk about it, okay? So you have a good night. It's Friday night. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Virus ain't getting no better. Stay 6 feet apart, please. And when you're not doing anything, find something to do in your home. Find something to do. I know it's boring as hell. The summer was messed up. The fall was messed up. Now winter's really going to be messed up because that virus is going to be kicking. So this is Born with a Veil. God bless.